As the companions exited the tomb, a familiar face welcomed them. Familiar to some of them, at least.
Hello, brave travelers. Once again, I greet you outside of a most curiously unnatural parting of waters. Your fellowship has grown since last we met.
Greetings, Sharkos. I'm relieved to see you did not perish at Deva Fortress.
When I saw what shape it was in, I avoided it completely. From there, I decided to track the dragon. I wanted to learn as much as I could. I lost him once he got so high in the sky I could no longer follow.
Sounds familiar.
He has confronted you? Then I too am relieved to see you all alive. I did pick up his track again, which led me here. I need to show you something.
Campo stayed behind to wait for the old woman, as Sharkos led the rest of the companions to a horrid sight.
The wizards, scorched to death.
Yes, awful.
I saw it happen, and it was awful. I see it in you that you mean to destroy him. That is nothing less than suicide. You know how powerful these men were. Do you really think you stand a chance in the underworld?
We have to try.
You're certainly welcome to join us. Apply your knowledge.
I cannot follow you there. In fact, I bid you farewell, and good luck.
The companions shared their farewells and reunited with Campo and Elia by the river shore.
Does anyone else find it peculiar he mentioned our going to the underworld?
All we told him before was we were searching for the sun. How would he even know the two are linked?
Simple. He's full of crap.
If we do see that fellow again, draw your swords.
With nervous determination, the party set foot into a domain of darkness. Many surprises awaited them. Well, most of them.
council once told me the path from the underworld to the middle world gate was paved with the stone of Thade's castle, where we stand right now.
As we saw from the outside, however, glass has replaced much of the stone in the time since. Such a structure is impractical above us. The smallest crack in the wrong place would send it crashing to the ground. But here?
Here, it will come crashing down too, thanks to us.
Big words, dear dreamer. I like it.
Me too, but don't get cocky. The battle of our lives awaits.
And before that, a nice surprise.
Never think a castle could get any lower than the one underwater, where we started this whole mess, Yoshka.
Well, we're standing in it. But no, I never could have imagined that surviving droves of armed amphibians would lead us to where we are today.
Funny. I knew you would end up here from the start.
Could you sound a little more ominous next time?
Your tone does suggest you have more to tell us, Alia.
Does it now? I know you're wondering where I put all this gold. Let's just say there's a lot you don't know about me. Perhaps one day you will know all.
The light of the Sun King!
I'll be damned. It shines as bright as day.
How else would it shine, Yoshka?
You're ruining the moment. I know this statue is several unique dragons in a circle, but I like to imagine it's one circular dragon of many heads relieving himself after a large meal.
It could still be several unique dragons relieving themselves after a large meal.
Well, that's just disgusting.
No way through.
Do you suppose we could blow it up? That was so much fun back in the forest.
No one lives forever.
Elia, are you alright?
I thank you for your concern, Sheila. But I assure you, I'm quite all right.
Channeling crystal. I never thought I'd see one with my own eyes.
May your soul find rest in the afterlife. Sometimes I wish I excelled at things other than taking life.
A moment, please.
She fell to the ground.
Alia?
Lying face down, she began to laugh. The old woman turned her head to the astonished faces of her companions. In mere moments, decades were removed from her face. And when she spoke, she sounded like me.
It actually happened. I am me again. I am home.
I don't understand.
Alia, you are of the underworld?
I told you, I was there when Thade attacked. I was part of his army.
I don't believe it.
And I fled. I wanted to live in harmony with humanity, not to enslave it, as Thade aspired to.
So you chose to stay in Operencia?
When the battle concluded, I found no way to return to the gate before Attila closed it. I was stranded. I used the last of my waning power to assume the form of a human woman. And for the first time in millennia, I aged. All I had to my name was this magic sack, handed to me for use in the invasion, ironically enough. I assure you, it's yielded more weapons to fight the underworld forces than it ever did to support them.
Was that your intention then? Or did you just see us as your best chance of getting back home?
Can it not be both? You must understand why I could not tell you this earlier. I have no secrets from you now.
I don't know that I trust you, Elia, but for once it does not horrify me to look upon your face.
I wish I could say the same of you.
In case there was any doubt, it's actually Elia.
I want to believe you, Alia, but how do we know that you won't turn on us now that you're home?
A worse threat than Thade already has the upper hand. His actions will not enslave the Middle World. They will destroy it. My conscience will not allow that to happen. After much consternation and debate, they agreed to have me along, reluctantly.
It's a rejuvenation chamber. And they're using it to speed up the incubation of dragonkin eggs, like the one over there.
That's one way to accelerate the breeding of an army.
The pipes above us channel the energy, but the power is not properly aligned at the moment.
Would it in any way benefit us to complete the circuits?
When a dragonkin is born, it is said to erupt from its egg in an explosion of dragon fire. The word hatch is truly an understatement.
If we can get it to just the right heat before this occurs, it could prove a useful explosive.
Sounds dangerous.
With proper timing, we could use it to destroy the gate to the second floor.
We'll only know if we try, won't we? We'll need to heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor. We'll need to heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor. We'll need to heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor. We'll need to heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor. To heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor. Need to heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor. We'll need to heat this just the right amount before we can use it on the gate to the next floor.